I do these videos every Monday. We're now up to number 5 on question of the day, and this is a question that keeps coming in time and time again, and it's a really good subject matter. I've got a long history of different cars that I've driven, and also I get questions about what I drive now, what I've got planned for the future, and I just thought it was a great subject matter to chat to you about. Now, normally with these questions of the day, I just talk about the question and give you my answer. In this particular one, I'm going to open this particular live broadcast up to questions in the latter part of the video from you guys and girls. And also, if you've got a favourite car that you either own or that you're planning on owning, then do let me know in the live chat or indeed in the comment section below. But if you are watching this live, we may well take a look at your choice of car in this video as well. So the question that I keep coming in is twofold really, is what car or cars do you currently own or drive, and what cars have you got your eye on? You know, are you planning on buying a new car in the future? And indeed that second question is very exciting because I have already ordered a new car, so I've got a new car coming in, and I've also got my eye on another couple of cars for the future, which is very, very exciting because it's not cars that I'm hoping that will happen. It's cars, or a car that will happen. It's a goal that I've set myself. I'm going to make it happen. It's a dream of mine to drive this particular car that I'm going to show you in a short while. And if you've got any suggestions at all as to how to acquire it, or any suggestions or other things I should be looking at, then please do let me know. So without further ado, let's take a look at what car I currently drive, and then what car I've actually got coming very, very soon. So let's switch over to have a look at what my current car is. Now, I currently drive a BMW 1 Series. I've absolutely loved driving this car. It's an absolutely gorgeous piece of machinery. I haven't got it in this particular colour, but it is a BMW 1 Series Sport, and it looks and drives fantastic. Now, I have of course driven other cars. In fact, my very first car was nothing like the BMW I drive today. In fact, my very first car was a Lada Riva. Now, I'm really proud of it. Okay, to a lot of people, it might not be a fantastic car. Certainly by today's standards, what I was driving back then as my first car is a lot different. But this was a car that I worked for part-time. I did things like paper rounds, gardening, washing cars for other people, so that I could afford my own car. And I bought this when I was 16 years old with my own money, and I was super proud of it. It was a cream colour with a brown roof. The wheels were really bad, so I painted those white just to try and make it look a bit better. And I learnt to drive in that car and took my test in that car and passed my driving test in that car. And since then, I've just have driven so many different cars, but the brand that kept coming up time and time again was the 3 Series. And I drove a 318 back in the day, and then I drove a 7 Series as well, and I had a 320D Sport Saloon as well during my driving history. But let's go back to looking at this one. This is the 1 Series, which is what I'm currently driving. And I think what keeps me coming back to BMWs is the feeling of being connected to the road. I know it's sort of a cliche term, people say it all the time about BMWs, you get this sort of connected feeling, but it is very true, and I think you have to experience it to understand what people mean. But apart from the actual driving experience, the fit and finish of everything to do with the car, including obviously the cabin, is just fantastic. It is a really very nice experience. And this is what leads me on to talking to you about what my next car is going to be. And this is due to actually be delivered in about 6 weeks time, something like that. I'm hoping it'll be a bit sooner, but it's looking to be about 6 weeks. It's been a long wait so far. Not in this particular model or this configuration, but just to show you the colour, I went for the mineral white colour. So this is the actual colour I've gone for this time around. And I didn't make too many changes to the car. You can add on so many different options when you're ordering a car. But I kept this one pretty sensible because this is a car I'm going to drive for probably 2 or 3 years before purchasing what I would term is my dream car, and that's what I'm working towards now. This is the goal I want to talk to you about, and also open up the discussion. So if you've got any suggestions for a car, then obviously please do let me know in either the live chat or indeed in the comment section. Now, when I was speccing this up, I didn't want to go for the flat white, which is like the non-metallic colour. I just didn't, that didn't do it for me. It had to be a metallic colour, and I almost went for this sunset orange metallic. What do you think of that? Do you like that colour? I was so close to ordering this particular colour, but in the end I went for this one, the mineral white, which I think looks very classy. Some cars look good in white and some cars don't, and I think this just really suits it. I was given the option of changing some bits to black on the car, but I kept it all pretty standard because I liked the way it looked. I just like the way that this really does look like a very classy car, and I love white as well. I do love this in the white colour. So this is what I'm going to be driving for a couple of years. But I mentioned to you, I really have got my eye on, I think I've narrowed it down to 2 different cars. I was almost tempted to, and I know it seems strange talking about what my next car is going to be before I've even taken delivery of this BMW 3 Series. But I was almost tempted to look at like a BMW X2 or an M2 competition. That was what I was possibly looking at sort of further down the line. And I thought maybe it was time for a change next time round. And my goal for a long time, I keep coming back to Porsche, but I've also been looking at McLaren as well. And I just love the look at this car I'm going to show you now. Let's jump on over and take a look. Now, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I've been looking at this, the McLaren 570S. I just think this is a gorgeous looking sports car or performance car. This is it in the vermilion red and in onyx black. Just look at this. Now, again, if you've watched my videos for a long time, you'll know that one of my favourite colours is orange. Now, I don't think I would drive an orange car. I think it would be a bit too much in your face, but this in black with the orange calipers on the brakes and the orange highlights on the seat and on the steering wheel just looks absolutely fantastic. This looks like an awesome car. Let's look at the other colours as well while we're here. So this is Storm Grey. Again, a very nice looking colour. Ventura Orange. Yes, my favourite colour, but I just don't think I'd want to drive around in this particular colour. Some people do, and they pull it off nicely, but for me it'll be a little bit too much. And again, even the white looks nice on this car. Looks very good indeed. When it comes to performance, this is absolutely amazing. Just look at these specs. From standstill, the 570S Coupe will reach 62 miles per hour, so 0 to 62 in 3.2 seconds. 3.2 seconds, that is absolutely amazing. And that's all down to its 3.8 litre V8 engine, 7-speed gearbox. The exhaust sounds wonderful on these as well. I have heard one of these actually running, and it is an absolutely stunning car. So this is the car that I'm considering for a future purchase in 2 to 3 years time, but one that I've just had my eye on since I can remember being interested in cars really is a Porsche, and the Porsche 911 GT3. This is a new revised model that they've just brought out. Again, wow, look at this. And this is a car where I think white looks stunning and works very well. Just look at this. God, I'm in love with this. I really am. Now, there are plenty of other colours to choose from. If I was speccing one of these out, I would probably go with the standard interior. I've seen a lot of people having them with the sort of race seats and the proper sort of 3-buckle harness or 3-way harness. If I was going to do lots of track days, then yeah, possibly, but I think this is going to be my sort of day-to-day car, so I would probably go with the standard sort of full leather interior and all of the sort of creature comforts in there as well. Colour, I'm pretty much set on the white, but there are some other fantastic colours available. This is a nice black colour. We've got red. Don't think I'd ever go for yellow. There's also some nice metallic colours. look at this. So this is sort of the equivalent of what I've ordered the BMW in, this sort of metallic white colour. I think that works very well. I also like this sort of grey blue colour. Not sure of the name of this, but again, this looks really very, very nice. And then they've got these special colours down here. The red, gorgeous deep red. But look at this. Wow. This is what I would call a putty sort of grey. That looks very, very nice. Oh my goodness. This might even tempt me over the white colour. I really do like that a lot. That is absolutely stunning. And then let's look at the tech specs of this. On paper, not quite as fast as the quoted speeds from the McLaren. But we've got two different options here, and I'd go for the PDK option out of the two. We've got 500 brake horsepower. We've also got 3.4 seconds 0 to 62 miles an hour and a top speed of 197 miles per hour. Not that I'd ever do that, but 197 miles per hour top speed. The manual gives you a slower 0 to 62, but an extra mile per hour on the top speed. So the PDK option, definitely the way to go on this. And I just think it's an absolutely fantastic looking car. Now we have got, let's just go back to models on the 718. We've also got a Boxster model as well, which again has been tempting, but the weather in the UK is not fantastic. A lot cheaper entry point for this particular car, as you can see, so probably about half the price of the previous model we were looking at, but I'm just not sold on the Boxster. I don't think I'd use the roof down enough to justify a car like that. If I lived in a different country, then maybe that would be the way to go, but certainly not this time around, I don't think. But who knows, my opinion might change over the next sort of 2-3 years. I'm going to be doing a lot of research into this, not only research into sort of the purchase cost, but also the running cost, practicality as well, because I do want this to be like an everyday car. So I want it to be something that's really drivable every day, not something that's just going to come out at weekends. And it's going to be a big investment for me, but I've got that to look forward to. That's my big excitement in 2 to 3 years time that I'm really going to try and make happen. But for now, I'm still very excited. Let's just go back to here. I'm still really excited for when the 3 Series arrives. This is going to be a stunning car as well. I love my BMWs, and when I get either the McLaren or the Porsche, I think the BMW will stay as one of my cars. It's not something that I'm going to sell on. It's something that I'll probably keep hold of. But certainly the McLaren has been very tempting, and of course the Porsche as well. Very nice car. The 911 GT3. Look at this. Fantastic. I am in love with this car. It is absolutely gorgeous looking, and the performance is going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing driving experience. So anyway, let me know what cars or car you currently drive and what your dream car is. I think that would be a good comment to see. What would be your no holds barred, money no object dream car? Let me know in the comment section below. And that's it for this video. I hope you found it interesting. Please do let me know what you think of this particular sort of format of video. Thank you for the questions as well. There is another question of the day obviously planned every single Monday. So if you have got a new question, drop that in the comment section below. It can be tech, cars, pretty much everything. Anything goes. So drop me some new questions and I'll pick the best one to talk about next week. That's it for this video. Please do hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video very soon.